Hey guys, my name's Daniel and I am 4 weeks post-op after quadriceps tendon rupture and repair by suture anchor surgery. And I'm making this video for you guys who may be on the same journey towards recovery, hoping for full recovery of range of motion and strength and back to normal everyday life and agility. My philosophy on recovery is basically that I'm in control of it myself, but also I deeply respect the doctors and I'm really trying to follow everything that they suggest. So both my surgeon and also my physical therapist, I'm working hard to follow their instruction. In this video, I want to share with you some tips and tricks that I've used to get through the last 2 weeks, basically week 2 to week 4 post-op, first 2 weeks of physical therapy, and share some of my hopes for the next 2 weeks for when I go in for my 6-week post-op visit with the surgeon. I'll also have a chance to share with you kind of the current status where I am today after these 2 weeks and how I got here. So just to remind you from the last video, my primary priorities for these last 2 weeks are, number one, don't re-rupture it, and specifically by don't let the knee buckle. So the best way I do that is keep the brace in lockout position when I'm ever putting weight on it. Second priority is that I'm trying to get to 90 degrees by week 6, and so I'm at week 4 now and I've gotten to 60 degrees, so that's good. And third priority is to just strengthen it, and I don't really have a level to strengthen it to, but just continue to do PT, and I'll show you how I can move my leg here soon. So first thing you'll notice is that I'm using a crutch, and I also have the brace in full out, locked out position. Still, my orders are weight bearing as tolerated, and I use this crutch for 2 reasons. First is for stability. Second is to kind of ward people away and let them know that I'm a crippled person walking around, so don't jostle me because it could hurt. So that's why I have the crutch, but really I hate using it, and I usually don't use it. So when I'm walking around the house or even walking in the neighborhood, I really don't use it. I'm really feeling very stable in the brace and locked out, walking around. The doctor did say the crutch will help me to have a more normal gait, and I have noticed that when I use the crutch, I don't hurt in the back as much, but walking with the crutch is kind of annoying. So I still have my brace in 60 degrees, which is right about to there, and so it's a pretty big stretch now, even just to get to 60 degrees. So it's still uncomfortable sitting down in a chair. That's why I prefer to sit on the ground. But this is also a good stretch to increase range of motion. Of course, when I get up, I always lock it out before I'm going to put any weight on it. All right, so I wanted to show you the range of motion that I have right now, which is 4 weeks post-op and 5 weeks after the injury. Really just a week and a half after I've unlocked the brace. So this will allow me to go down to 60 degrees, but that's as far as it's going. So I'm actually held up by my leg, not held by the brace. That's as far down as it will go right now without pushing it. If I push it, it'll go a little further, but yep, still that far to go until it gets 90. So I have 2 more weeks to get from there to there. and I'm not supposed to lift it up from here with the muscle, so I'll use the other leg. Lift it up. Ah. So one of the issues that we encounter is the need to increase range of motion, but carefully and incrementally. So what my friends and I devised is this little contraption. We use it with a chair that I sit on, and then just put a hinge on this. This way I can unlock my brace and then slowly allow each day unscrew one of these, and it'll reduce by a certain number of degrees. So each day I'm decrementing the degrees little by little. So you can see we kind of just use this little hinge here. If you can think of something better, please put your description or a link in the comments so that we can figure out together how to increase from 0 to 90. Let's take a look at the incision and the muscles of the quad. And let's look at this a little more closely. So no infection, thankfully. This is starting to look pretty good. Wanted to show you the range of motion. So bad leg is able to lift it up like that when I do a quad set. Good leg able to lift it up like that. So I'm fully flexed in both these legs. And you can see the good leg is able to go up to about -7 degrees of extension. The bad leg over here is only able to go to like -3 or maybe further. Wanted to show you also, I really have no bruising in here, and a lot of the bruising that had been there is gone. So 5 weeks after the injury, and most of the bruising is gone. Another thing I wanted to show you is this ACE bandage or thick sock around my ankle. I do this to keep the brace from falling down, and it still sometimes slips down when I'm walking around. And so I wanted to ask you guys if you have a better solution. So I tighten this, around the ACE bandage or the thick sock, and that keeps it from sliding down, but it's not working. So any ideas would be appreciated. So I told you before that I work from home, and it's really hard to sit in a chair for a long time because the swelling goes to the knee and it really hurts after maybe 40 minutes of sitting upright in a chair. So I decided to sit on the floor, and in order to do that, I have one of these like husband pillows and just sit on a cushion, and I have another cushion where I'm able to elevate the leg a little bit, and I just brought over a small table to be able to work on my laptop. And it actually works pretty well to be able to sit for an hour at a time, get up, and then come back. And I'm able to do my icing here as well as some of my other exercises because my leg is flat. And so this ended up working really well. The hardest part of all this is the mental anguish of waiting so long. So every morning I take one of these Uno cards and put it on the other pile. It helps me count the days and just be patient in the waiting, as far as waiting 6 weeks before I can take this brace off. My meds are down to just Tylenol and aspirin. Tylenol for pain and aspirin for blood clots to prevent them. I take a lot of multivitamins, and then isopropyl alcohol after I shower to dry off the incision, to make sure water's away from it. I'm still eating a lot of fruits and vegetables each day, along with chicken and other types of protein. So I hope you found this video instructive and helpful in your recovery journey. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to put them in the comments area. Final reminder for the week is that we can't do a whole lot to speed up our recovery journey, but we sure can do a lot to slow it down. So stay strong, take it one day at a time. See you in the next video.